Palma. Oh,
Oh,
that's unfair, eh? Palma, 7 points in the game.
Janelle Fuentes.
wow.
Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. J.R. Malonia is open. Three-pointer. Oh my goodness! Face a jumper by Robin Celis. Caballero has time. Now it's Martin Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
Ito ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. This is the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League 7th season, and we are back for the first time this season at the Brenzy Giao Convention Center, the home of the two-time defending champions, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Balik San Fernando, Pampanga po ang inyong liga, and we have Robbie Manalang and Tropang Pasig in the first game, taking on John Formento and the Val City Magic. It's two of the most explosive guards in the league going at it in our first game, and mamaya ang labanan ng South Division rivals Batangas City against Zamboanga Sikat. It's another explosive game, but we have a bigger one. It's a clash of champions. The Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards trying to end the winning streak at home dito ng Pampanga Giant Lanterns. So what a Friday, mga kaliga. Si Dev Tupas kasama si Javi Palania, of course Sidney Crespo kasama din natin. Magandang hapon sa mga nanonood sa atin sa Facebook, YouTube, and syempre live tayo sa Solar every Thursdays, Saturdays, and Mondays. So unfortunately, walang Solar ngayon. But Javi, what a treat for this Friday.
Exactly. You know, each of these three games that we have, very important games, and of course, the fireworks are gonna come, especially in our third game. Yung second game natin, matindi-tindi rin yun kasi two former Southern Division champions.
Oo. Ako nga, parang na-overwhelm ako going here and driving here, and I'm like, seryoso ba itong playdate na to? So, totoo po ito, itong playdate na to. So, abangan nyo ang games namin today. Pero balikan muna natin ang mga nangyari kagabi sa Pasay Astrodome. We saw Sarangani beating Cebu in the first game, and in the second game, Basilan winning their third straight over Mindoro. And in the main game, it was a big win. Reversal, stunning reversal for Bataan over Pasay. So tingnan natin ang ating team standings ngayon. South Division muna ang sisilipin natin. Zamboanga 12-2. Makakalaban nila mamaya itong Batangas City. Number 1 versus number 7. Oh, how times have changed dito sa ating South Division. Batangas usually at the top, now right in the middle of the pack.
A very heavy implications for that game later between Zamboanga and Batangas. If Zamboanga wins, they will have much more separation than the teams at the bottom. Pero itong Batangas, if they win, they get to tie the Jensen Warriors. So that's gonna be big para sa kanila, especially with the struggles that Coach Cholo Villanueva and his team has had this season.
North Division naman, where it gets also very, very interesting. We have Nueva Ecija 13-0. Number 1 at the moment, taking on Pampanga later on. 10-3 ang Pampanga. Sa baba, ang Pasig City tsaka Valenzuela City, magkatabi sila 10-11. The number 10 is going to be the last play-in spot. So, importante din ang game na to.
Exactly, and Valenzuela is coming into this game coming off a win. So, for them, they're coming into this game much more confident than the game that they had last game, because they were coming into that game with a 6-game losing streak.
Oo, ibang klase yung rough patch na pinagdaanan itong Valenzuela. Pasig, on the other hand, the Tropang Pasig, they've actually been one of the more impressive teams to me dito sa start ng ating season. 5-6 in their first 11 games, including a big win against Quezon City, another North Division team.
This team, you know, they've always come into the game with that attitude na hindi sila basta-basta magpapatalo. This team plays with a lot of pride. They may not have a lot of the big names, but they're showing that fighting spirit that has embodied Pasig City in the past few years. In this game, they shot 40% from the field, even though they let Quezon City shoot 43.9%, pero nakita mo naman yung dami ng attempts and the way that they take care of the basketball. Only 9 turnovers, and they forced 13 turnovers on Quezon City, which they converted into 22 turnover points. Outscored Quezon City in the paint 40 to 34, and those second chance points were very important. You know, Warlo Batak had another stellar performance for Pasig City in this game, of course, being helped out by guys like Robbie Manalang. And here in this game itself, it's going to be very exciting because they have a new player in their midst.
Oo, may bago ba? O pabalik lang?
Returning player.
O returning player. O idol ko yun. Kasi medyo ano kami. Same but different. Valenzuela naman ang pag-usapan natin because they played early this week. No, they beat Bacolod, a big win to say the least, and this was tight all the way until that big shot galing kay John Formento na pinaiyak ang mga kababayan niya sa Bacolod.
Yeah, playing against his hometown squad. This game was tied going into the fourth quarter, and it was nip and tuck in the final frame. You look at the numbers here. Very uncharacteristic for Valenzuela City to have a lot of three-point shots in this game, but it really mattered sa laro na to. And also, yung 51 rebounds, I think that's very key para sa kanila. If they dominate the glass, especially with guys like JR Alabanza, Kyle Nepes, JR Ongteco, these guys have what it takes to really go on and get those rebounds. Very important for them, for John Formento, to push in transition.
Oo, 86 to 82 ang panalo na yan for Valenzuela. And they are now in a tight race with Pasig for that final play-in spot. Let's go to Richard Tampos para sa ating starting line.
First match is Pasig City versus Val City Magic in Season 7 of Manny Pacquiao's MPBL. Introducing first the starting five of the Pasig City. Point guard number 5, Jess Kilatan. Forward number 14, Lester Tamayo. Playing center number 28, Chito Jaime. Forward number 29, Jacob Galicia. Shooting guard number 88, the Acid Rain, Rocky Asidre. The head coach is Aldrin Morante. Assistant coaches, J.R. Villanueva, Lance Ingo, Richard Rosales. The team owner is Mr. Buddy Encarnado. The starters for Val City Magic. Forward number 39, Kobe Monhe. Coming in at center number 26, J.R. Alabanza. At guard number 22, Lester Alvarez. The other guard, number 3, John Formento. Power forward number 1, Kyle Nepes. The head coach is Raymond Valenzuela. His assistants are Juben Ledesma, Errol Francisco, and Ian De La Torre. Assistant team manager JB Garcia. Team representative Brian Calantoc.
Starting five is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Jess Kilatan, Rocky Asidre, Chito Jaime, Lester Tamayo, and Jacob Galicia. Para sa tropang Pasig, Val City has Lester Alvarez, John Formento, JR Alabanza, Kyle Nepes, and Kobe Monhe. Our officials are Mike Kinay, John Lester Arcega, Leonardo Layosa, and Efren Aganan. What a matchup for our first game ngayong Biyernes.
This is a nice curtain opener for what's to come here at the Brenzigiao Convention Center.
Alabanza and Galicia battled it out. And it's Tropang Pasig with the first possession of the game. Jeski Latan ang nagtitimon. The former Valenzuela player. Medyo matagal-tagal na yun. Hindi ko na nga maalala anong season yun.
Well, another guy who's going up against his former team is Pasig City head coach
Aldrin Morante.
Aldrin Morante.
Oh, Chito Jaime. Another member of the All Resurgence team.
I agree. He's been sizzling hot from the outside as of late. It all started in that game against Bataan.
Oo. So that was his former team, Bataan. Kyle Nepes. Bigay kay Lester Alvarez, who's slowly but surely getting back into shape. Alabanza with a push shot. Rebound nakuha ni Galicia. Here comes Jess Kilatan. Chito Jaime will try again. No. Rebound, Kyle Nepes.
Both teams coming into this game with a lot of energy. Jan Formento showing us the stroke off the bank, mid-range jumper. This guy can do it all.
Hindi mo siya quickly ma-define if he's really a pure point guard or ano talaga daming he's got a lot in his bag and his shooting. He's one of the best shooters here in this league.
You're right, and he's a total package. You know, a lot of guards here in the league have shown us that they can be playmakers, but they can also be incredible scorers.
And that's his calling card more than his playmaking. His scoring, Jan Formento.
Oh, ho, ho.
Oy, ganda ng takbo ng tropang Pasig to start the game.
I think this is also what Coach Alden Morante wants to see more from this Pasig City team, and they've been showing it in this run that they've had the past 4 games. They've won 3 of their last 4 games, and they've shown incredible teamwork as well.
That's good steal galing kay Chito Jaime as Niepes gets stripped there. 7-2, tropang Pasig. Asidre looking for a teammate. Binigay kay Lester Tamayo. Tamayo to the corner they go. Kilatan is on target.
Well, it's no question now why he's gotten the starting nod here this afternoon against his former squad, Jess Kilatan, anchoring this good start.
This is the three-point shot of the game brought to you by Extreme. One-stop shop appliances. And that forces Coach Raymond Valenzuela into an early timeout. 10-2. Pasig. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. We are back in Pampanga's home floor, Brenzigao Convention Center. Philip Panyamogan and the Sniper de Mexico, Levi Hernandez. Nakita ko yan sa NLEX kanina. Nag-stop over sa gas station. May iniinom yata na kape. Hindi ko alam eh. Pero hindi ko na kinawayan kasi nagmamadali ako. That's a good block. Ooh.
Oh, they're gonna call a foul.
Are they? This is the fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X-Pop Personal Karaoke Speaker. Everyday karaoke.
Nice teamwork shown there in transition by Pasig City. You know, they know that they are not as talented as the other teams, but if they exemplify that kind of teamwork on the floor, especially if they also try to push the ball in transition, every opportunity they get, they have a very good chance of racking up victories.
Split at the line para kay JR Alabanza. Galicia. Rocky Asidre launches a 3. That's an air ball. Lester Tamayo able to grab that one. Jaime Mintis. Rocky and Kyle fighting for it. It's Kyle who wins that one.
We talked about it in the pregame, how important it is for Valenzuela to control the boards in order for guys like Jan Formento and Lester Alvarez to see some options in transition.
Oh, he may have been hit there. Jan Formento.
Oh, but it
Kilatan
seems
has really played him tough in the first period here to see Jan Formento.
aside from the fact that he was able to hit a shot earlier, he's there primarily to really shackle Jan Formento. May not try to prevent him from getting his numbers, but he wants to be able to prevent him from making an immediate impact.
Asidre to Tamayo. Lester now with Chito. 5 seconds on the shot clock here. Jaime against Monje. Chito Jaime binigay kay Jacob Galicia. to beat the shot clock. First basket for Jacob Galicia, Pasig City. Oh boy, they're in a good flow to start this ball game.
It looks like they're really prepared for this game, and really stemming from the fact that their confidence has really gone up.
Napez has 8 seconds to work with. For Mento, free throw line jumper is money.
This guy is a multi-level scorer, mid-range, beyond the arc, off the bounce, attacking the basket. He is just fantastic, John Formento.
Jaime. Good defense by Monje there. Forcing the tough look. Formento. The turnaround shot. John Formento misses the shot off the glass. Give and go. Kilatan for two.
Ano mo, bonus na nga ito na nakapuntos pa to si Jess Kilatan here in the first quarter because he really is there for defensive purposes. But he's been doing a nice job on both sides.
That's the second steal of Chito Jaime, but he turns the ball over. I don't know why they gave it to him. Hindi siya nag-expect ng bola dun. It's a poor decision here.
Now, one of the rare occasions it's happened here early in this game because both teams have really played at a frenetic pace and they've been knocking down shots at a high clip too.
Grabe, Jacob Galicia, balik sa holster. Ang baril. Pagka-shoot.
He's been showing the range from in between. Ito si Jacob Galicia.
John Formento, Hesalem, freed up. JJ now with JR. Nag-cut si Kyle. And that's off a red shirt. So bola mapupunta dito sa tropang Pasig.
He had the right intention in mind, but the execution just was not good there para kay JR Alabanza. That pass too forward.
This is the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Few more game with 1xBet. Kilatan is the unlikely leading scorer, but maganda sa kanya, Javi. You feel like you have a coach inside on the floor.
Exactly.
Nandun si Jess because ano talaga yan eh. He's really been an assistant coach for quite some time and only returned to playing this season again.
You're right. It's nice to see that he's having this kind of success on the floor. Ito si Jess Kilatan. Because I thought that, he would already really go full-time into coaching. But Coach Alden Morante giving him the opportunity, especially to start in this game.
Monje grabs the rebound.
Lots of three-point shots being hoisted here in the first quarter.
Monteco bigay kay John Formento. He gets stripped by Kilatan, but a foul whistled on Jess Kilatan.
Well, they're saying that the foul was downstairs, but Formento saying that he was already in the shooting motion there. It's just going to be a baseline out-of-bounds play here para sa Val City.
Kagabi, yung foul, hindi pa nakatanggap ng bola. Shooting foul. Pero ngayon patira na. Hindi daw act of shooting.
Different perspectives daw.
Ano ba talaga?
Different perspectives daw.
Bigyan mo ako.
Judgment call daw.
Okay.
Judgment call.
Okay. Hindi na ako. Ayoko na.
Let's not dwell on it anymore.
Okay, tapos na yun.
It's not our jobs to dwell on it.
Manalang pulls the trigger. And JR Alabanza throws the ball away. Another giveaway dito for Valenzuela. Medyo madulas daw ang bola.
The turnovers for them have been piling up here in the first quarter. That's already turnover number 5 para sa kanila. And that's too much early here in this game.
Dumidikit na yung turnovers sa points para dito sa Valenzuela. And it looks like there's 3 players coming in. Galicia with a fadeaway. Alabanza secures the rebound this time.
And it's quite peculiar. You expect that for Valenzuela, they start off with 2-point guards. Kanina, Lester Alvarez was the one who began the game along with John Formento in the backcourt. You expect that with 2-point guards on the floor, that Valenzuela would be able to take care of that basketball, but that just was not the case here in the first.
SLM. And Valenzuela, looks like they're not really running anything.
They're taking a lot of hurried shots as well.
Pido to Manalang. 2-minute mark ng ating first quarter. 16-7. Pido. Galicia right at the elbow. Aatakihin niya si Onteco. Push shot won't go. Formento on the run. Mone is there as well. Trying to go behind the back. Colby inside. Looking for a way. But had options there na hindi niya binigay. Warlo Batak draws the foul on that drive to the cup.
Well, Pasig City has been moving that ball so well, especially in transition, while Valenzuela, on the other hand, making a lot of questionable decisions, especially rushing their shots in the half court.
Jake, that's Warlo Batak at the line. I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Warlo Batak had another stellar performance para sa Pasig City, but this time he did it also on the scoreboard. 17 points para kay Warlo Batak in that win against Quezon City.
It's a 10-point lead for Tropang Pasig. Justin Alfonso is in the game. There's a holding foul on Gao Reyes.
Yan ba ang nickname niya ngayon?
Hindi, ganun talaga yung tawagan tawag kay Gao eh.
Bisaya ba ito si Lester Reyes?
Taga Surigao yan.
Okay.
Justin Alfonso. JJ Hesalem. Emergency pass na agaw ni Warlo Batak. Turnover number 6 for Valenzuela. Pido. Back to Robbie. Robbie. What a shot. Galing kay Robbie Manalang.
Just impressive the way that he releases that basketball, the backspin and the arc on the shot. It just gives you a higher percentage of making those baskets.
Alam mo yung pag tumitira si Robbie Manalang, parang inggit na inggit ka. Kasi, ba't ganun kaganda yung stroke niya?
Sobrang perfect eh, no?
Kaya nga, ba't ganun yan? Unfair. Manalang with a drive met by Kim Law and Hesalem. Buti na lang hindi siya dumiretso dito.
Almost,
Thank
but
you.
not quite. He saved your Coca-Cola.
Madidelay ang game dahil sa akin
Delay of game warning against Mr. Sidel Tupas.
Alam mo yung natutunan ko doon, Javi, sa sitwasyon na yun? Hindi pala ako sasalbahin nito. Kita mo yun,
That's the sad truth, no?
Yun yung chance mo eh.
That's the sad truth.
That was your chance, my friend.
Yeah, to redeem himself from all of those past attritions, no?
Nung nangyari sa Ilagan, na tatamaan sana siya, in-extend ko yung kamay ko para hindi siya matamaan. Hindi talaga siya. Wala siyang alam nun.
Patay mali siya lang siya.
Oo, ito pag-asa niya sana. Ngayon, yumuko pa ako. Ngayon, medyo nahirapan ako eh. Nung yumuko. And that will do it. So, sobrang bilis ng ating first quarter. Hindi natin namalayan. Si Ton na yung pinag-usapan natin.
Paubos na pala yung oras.
Wala na. 19-9 as Pasig City making the most out of those freebies from Valenzuela in that first period.
And what's nice about this is, you know, they really moved that basketball. A lot of the players were touching the rock. 9 assists for Pasig City in that first quarter alone. And that's almost equaling the turnover total for Valenzuela. They've been very sloppy here in the opening 10 minutes. And that's why they're down here 19-9 after the first quarter.
Welcome back to the MPBL. Soul-searching daw ang buwan ng Mayo para sa Val City dahil sa sunod-sunod nilang challenge at pagkatalo. At sa soul-searching na yan, halos wala daw silang pahinga laban sa top teams at sinubukan nilang ayusin ang kanilang defensive schemes. Ang goal daw ng team ngayong June ay at least makakuha ng 4 wins. So that means dito sa Pasig, they need to be aware of their errors dahil isa nga daw yan sa strength ng kalaban na yung i-take advantage ang kanilang mga errors, kwento ni Kyle Napes. And he specifically pointed out that he is eager to play today dahil kay Chito Jaime. Kwento niya, maraming beses niyang kailangan panoorin si Chito from the bench nung magkasama sila sa Muntinlupa, and that has always been a good challenge for him sa Delcavi.
Nice backstory there, Sydney. And alam natin na that was the first season of the league.
Yeah.
Nung nagkasabay itong si Chito Jaime at si Kyle Napes. But Valenzuela, turnovers have been an issue para sa kanila dito, lalo na sa larong to so far. Then there is another one.
They're the second worst team in terms of turning the ball over this season, averaging 16.3 turnovers per game behind Cebu. While itong Pasig, Delf, they're the best team in terms of taking care of the basketball, only averaging 11 errors per game.
That's a stark contrast there. But limang turnover, dami nang pwedeng mangyari dun.
Exactly, and you know it says a lot because we're just here in the first half, and already the errors piling up para sa kanila. They're on pace to even exceed their average in this game in terms of that department.
Kyle Napes with 14 points.
Yeah, I really feel that, you know, Kyle Napes, if he gets these kinds of numbers on a consistent basis, then Valenzuela will have a very good chance of generating more wins. I feel like Napes, that front line of Napes, Alabanza, and Ongteco, the production of those three guys, whether it's on the scoreboard or on the glass, very imperative.
Alam mo kung anong kinatutuan ni Kyle Napes doon sa game na yon? Maliban sa 14 points
Ano
niya.
yan?
Tinalo niya si Pau Havilona.
Former teammate, right?
Yeah. Champion Bulldogs yan. Pido finds Montuano. Montuano pulls the trigger. It's good.
Yeah, I love how Mark Montuano has been settling into his role here with Pasig City. Obviously, one of the guys na inaasahan na talagang pumutos dito ni Coach Aldrin Morante. But from being a starter, he's adjusted to coming off the bench and he doesn't really mind.
Low inside. And another giveaway.
And that's just the mark, you know, of a true professional. Ito si Mark Montuano, that no matter what Coach Alden Morante asks from him, yun ang ibibigay niya.
And ang kagandahan dito sa Tropang Pasig, Javi, is that from their teams na ninaluan nila in the past, these players that Coach Aldrin and Boss Buddy Encarnado took in, their roles were defined.
Correct.
So, pagpasok nila dito, hindi na, it sort of makes a, considering that this is a new lineup, mas madali siya para sa kay Coach Aldrin kahit papano.
You're right, I definitely agree. The transition was much smoother para sa kanila coming into this season, especially with the fact na bago lang silang team na nabuo. You know, just I think days before the opening.
Like for example, alam mo kung ano makukuha mo kay Keith Pido. Alam mo ano makukuha mo kay Mark Montuano. Lester Reyes, ganun din. Warlo Batak, same thing. And Robbie Manalang. And that when you put them together, they're pretty much gonna just play together unconsciously.
And what's also nice about these players is these players actually play with a chip on their shoulders.
Oo. Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere. Nice runner galing kay Warlo Batak. And you pointed that out, the chip on the shoulder, because nagsimula na yung liga, halos wala pang kumukuha sa kanila.
You're right. Exactly.
Warlo Batak, and then there were questions. How is Pasig gonna set up? Because halos buo na yung mga lineup natin. May player pa kayo natitira? Well, meron pa.
Lo and behold, and a lot of these guys really very capable players, as you've been seeing in these past few games. Pasig is winners of 3 of their last 4. And Robbie Manalang is a big reason why they've had such a stellar run.
It's 25-10. Biggest lead of the game, John Formento. Lester Alvarez now, Kim Lo. Castillo with the pick. Lo. Nobody rolling to the basket. Castillo gets it back. 2 seconds in the shot clock. Lo has to fire. Manalang first to the loose ball. Robbie to the Warlo for the finish.
I thought we were going to see a slam.
5 points for Warlo Batak. 17-point lead for Tropang Pasig dito sa Brenzigiao Convention Center. Pampanga's playing later on, but Pasig is having fun at the moment. 6 minutes remaining in the first half. We'll be right back. Warlo James Batak, the former Muntinlupa Cager, 17 points, 7 assists, 4 steals, and 2 rebounds against Quezon City. 5 of 12 shooting for Warlo Batak. Just really known for his high-flying exploits, but he is showing us that he's more than that. I mean, the athleticism, the explosiveness are there, Javi. Pero, you know, you cannot play in this league with just that.
You're right. He's learning to embrace that added responsibility that Coach Alden Morante has been giving him in this season. And he's been learning along the way, Sidel. His decision-making has improved and he's working on his skills. He's added that handle to his bag. If he improves his outside shooting, he's going to be an even more dangerous threat.
John Formento, the kick out. Onteco, nakapwesto na si Alabanza. JR Alabanza, basket plus the foul.
He's a pretty tough cover once he gets that early seal in the middle of the paint, one-on-one. Near the basket, JR Alabanza, 9 times out of 10. He's gonna get that time and end one opportunity para sa kanya.
And 2 big men combining their high-low. JR Alabanza. Ito, ano rin to? Tuwan-tuwa din to sa pagkatalo niya kay Pau Habilona. Tuwa pa din ni Pau to with Ala Pilipinas.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Nice numbers from JR Alabanza this season. 9.3 points, 8.8 rebounds.
And also one of the leading shot blockers this season. Ito si JR.
Manalang with a getaway. Ito yung si JR Alabanza, laging ano yan yung comment sa Facebook niya pag nagpo-post siya ng picture or video na magandang play niya or picture ng may pinanalo siya, best player siya or something. Ang daming nagko-comment lagi dyan, patawa Ako pa lang sinayang nyo. ganun lagi yung mga comment
You know, I had a chance to talk to him early in the season because we were assessing, of course, the teams in their early games, and we were saying, as we see that basket by Jerome Teco, I'll get to that more later on. That's gonna be a very interesting
medyo
story.
mahaba ba yan na episode sa podcast na to? First game pa lang tayo 29-16 as Onteco leaks out and finishes the fast break. 4.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Valenzuela has pulled to within 13 on Pasig City. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Pasig's next 3 games, they face Basilan, a resurgent Basilan team on June 11. June 19, ang kalaban nila ay San Juan Knights. June 24, Sarangani ang mga kalaban nila. Also playing well at the moment, itong Sarangani. So, wow.
I tell you, this is one of the most exciting parts of the season. We're going on almost midway into the 7th year of the MPBL, and the teams have finally figured out how to mesh with each other. The chemistry has developed for most squads. Kaya yung intensity ng mga laro natin is increasing. And sa Delph, we are witnessing the return of Mr. Josan Nimes to the MPBL.
Josan Nimes, caught up with him before the game, and one thing he told me, life's been good.
Judging by the picture you showed me kanina, mukha nga.
Life's been good. JR Onteco, life's good as well para kay JR Onteco. 29-18 is the count.
Josan Nimes will be a big help to this Pasig City team. We know his capabilities. Last year played para sa Quezon City, although his numbers haven't been as eye-popping. The last time that he really had stellar numbers here in the MPBL was back in the Lacan season, where he averaged 16 points playing for this very franchise. But the past few years here in the league, he's been more of a role player.
I tell you, I was covering the Josan Nimes prime, Mapua
Oh, yeah.
Josan Nimes. Oh
That
my
was
gosh.
crazy.
Oh my gosh. The ridiculous wraparound.
He was running rings, circles around his opponents.
Ang daming galaw niya, Navi. Ang daming
Yeah.
galaw. As in, and then Mapua back then was really known to have very versatile guards na malalaki na, you know, there's Kelvin De La Peña,
Yes,
former
you're right.
MVP na nasa Canada na ngayon. Our good friend, Jonathan Banal.
Tama ka dyan.
Oo.
Heset Gabo.
Esed Gabo, Gab Banal was also there for a while. So, ito si Josan Nimes had a really, under Coach Chito Victolero, had a really good run as we check out this play.
Valenzuela now slowly but surely chipping away at this advantage that Pasig City has been able to establish here in the second quarter.
And led by JR Alabanza, who shows us the touch there. 29-21, Valenzuela dumidikit na after trailing by 17 early on. Lead is down to 8. Jay Gars for 3. In and out.
Yeah, that guy is an instant bucket. You know, it doesn't really take much for him to warm up. That shot almost went in.
Nice no-look pass galing kay John Formento. If there's no ball pressure on John Formento and you allow him to get to his spot, then he can really create havoc.
He is a wizard with the basketball. Ito si John Formento. And the thing is, when you're guarding him, it's so difficult because hindi mo alam kung patira na ba siya or he's gonna set up a teammate, and you also don't know how he's gonna score or how he's gonna make that pass.
Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. And yes, John Formento has gone from the depths of that Bataan bench
Oh yeah.
to now a bona fide starter and one of the league's leading scorers this season. And that all happened in a span of a year.
I remember si Delph that it was that game against Basilan kung saan talaga siya nagpakilala sa liga, saying to everybody that I am now the lead point guard for this Val City team and I am a force to be reckoned with.
Oo, and ang hirap niyang ano nun, ang hirap niyang tibagin kasi ang galing niya rin. He really has he shoots very well from the line as well.
You're right. And apart from that, he's got a pretty strong body too.
Actually, pumayat na nga to, Happy eh. Ito si John eh. Di ba, last season he put on some weight after his collegiate days. No?
Yeah.
Medyo nagkaroon ng break eh. Para kay John Formento eh.
Matagal ata kasi siya nabakante rin eh.
Oo. Now, kita mo, ano na. batak na ulit.
Batak sa laro.
Chito Jaime picks up his dribble. Jaime with a turnaround shot. Tamayo, a couple of air balls there for Pasig City. And now it's Valenzuela dictating the play with their defense.
Valenzuela, this is a team that can play stingy defense if they really wanted to. It's just a matter of doing it on a consistent basis. Alam naman natin, yan rin ang isa sa mga pillars ng coaching philosophy ni Coach Raymond Valenzuela. It's just a matter of his players translating that onto the floor most of the time.
Valenzuela has yet to give up a foul here in the second period. Asidre gets into the lane. Tamayo with that little floater.
No, he's not gonna miss 2 straight times.
31-22.
They're just lurking in that dunker spot, Sidelf, and that soft touch. Gotta have
Ang
that if
cute,
you're a big man.
Ang cute eh. Ang cute na kanyang cross shot eh.
Ano yan eh, si Lester Tamayo. What's that term? It escapes me now, but I'll come back to it later.
Oh, mamaya pala, balikan natin yung pinag-usapan natin kanina tungkol kay JR Alabanza.
Sige, mamaya, tama.
Second half. Oh,
Second
ganda na
half.
pasa! Ay! Ano yun? Sayang! Jaime inside. Able to find Asidre, a 3. Book it para kay Rocky. Wasted opportunities for Valenzuela. And the 22 points does not do justice sa takbo ng laro nila, Javi.
You're right. It's crazy.
And John Formento, siya lang talaga eh. Tsaka si Alabanza, 10 points na para kay John Formento. The rest have been silent in this ball game. Only him, Onteco, and Alabanza.
17 of the 24 points of Valenzuela have come from Formento and Alabanza. Pasig City is going to try and map out the play for the final 5 seconds of this one, Sadelf.
10-point lead for the Tropang Pasig, Coach Aldrin. Gagawa ng play para sa final 5 seconds ng ating first half. As we mentioned at the top of the coverage, John Formento tormenting his hometown team, Bacolod, 24 points. And including the go-ahead basket late on. And pretty much John has really done a terrific job of just keeping this Valenzuela team. Sometimes, you know, when it gets really rough para sa kanila, no, because of his abilities, minsan nasasalba niya itong team na to eh.
You're right. You know, in the darkest moments for Valenzuela this season, he has been the light that has really shone bright para sa Valenzuela.
Alfonso trying to foul Manalang. Robbie nearly got that one to go in. And that will do it. First half in the books between Pasig City and Valenzuela City. 2 North Division teams locked in that battle for number 10 in the standings in the North. And at the end of 2 quarters, Tropang Pasig with a 10-point lead against Valenzuela.
Manny Pacquiao is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya. That is the most spectacular one-punch set of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way off and goes down again. Straight left land for Manny. Does he have Cotto in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. both right and left hand. This is why we use the word sensation.
Raymond Benoya providing the spark here in the fourth quarter. He's got 5 points.
For the Marcelino twins. Bounce pass. JC gets it in. Panaytay. Outside shot. Good. Oh, that was clutch. Robbie Celis coming up big here.
Archie. Oh, what a move.
Now Miguel Macaloni strong to the hoop. It's the basket plus a foul.
Bongo Muyang offensive rebound. And Larry Muyang flexes. Manalang gets it back. 8 seconds to work with. They go to Giab against Capulong. Nice fake by Giab. Atake ni Josh Giab! What a move from Josh Giab! Look at the move from Josh Giab. The shot fake. And lets Capulong fly by with that hang time move.
And the thing is, may nakadig pa si si Mitch Maynes.
Olegario drives right at Jego Dario. Finds a way. Oh my! Hindi ko alam paano nagawa ng paraan ni Jay Olegario yun. I could not even find him. Could not even see him. 3 players against J.R. Olegario.
Hindi mo na nga makita.
Kaya nga.
Plus 10 ang Pasay, 14-4. Cyrus Tabi quietly has been having a solid season.
What a pass.
And what a pass. Like you said, papunta kay AJ Coronel.
And that's with the left hand. Usually, players are good with their strong hand, no? Yung mga magagaling pumasa. And this one, though, using the left hand for that behind the back in tight space.
4-point lead para sa Abra. Taiwan. Ildefonso. Oh, what a move. Dave Ildefonso able to elude the defense. At ito yung magandang galaw ni Dave Ildefonso.
And that's just muscle memory para dito kay Dave Ildefonso.
Risers with a glimmer of hope. Kani. Kani for 3! Oh! Hubert Kani, I tell you, never count the Risers out, especially here on their home floor.
That's right. He rose up with those hands, challenged by Philip Manalang, and still knocked it down.
Pasay looks like they're getting a win here after back-to-back losses. Oh, Adlawan could certainly dunk. He'll try for that, and he does! Slam jam for Dolan Adlawan.
Pasok na sa top 3 yun, yung dakdak na yun. Maybe the #1 play.
They trap Pido. He goes to Himpayan. Waray finds Pregame for the hammer!
Oh boy! Me, oh my! Mark Pingris!
What a slam galing kay Mark Pingris. He went up there.
To Coach Stephen Mapera's playbook that he could have more playing time for Parañaque in the coming games.
Pido.
Oh!
The exclamation point to this one.
May pahabol pa!
Nawala tuloy headset ko. Nagulat ako.
That's the first time I've actually seen somebody in the panel lose their headset after a dunk.
Ibang klase naman kasi out of nowhere. And Warlo Batak.
Mina against Darang. 5 seconds to work with. Mina fires a 3. Good! Alan Mina! 10 points in the game. And a clutch basket for the Cowboys.
Boy, and what you love about this, the guys on Ilagan, the Cowboys, clutch after clutch.
They have been fouled as well there.
Yup, didn't get to land on where he's supposed to.
Yes.
Oh my.
Big time shot galing kay Allen for 2. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Bataan. Mitchell with the in and out dribble. Mitchell, what a finish! What a finish! And I thought I was watching Dr. J right there. The in and out dribble. Maynes gets deep and adjusts, contorts, and just lays it in with some English. What a spectacular move from Mitchell Maynes.
Dr. J-like, if you ask me.
Pasig City with a 10-point lead against the Valenzuela City Magic dito sa Valenzuela Convention Center at the end of the first half. And we bring you the statistics here, and the numbers really tell a lot kung paano nag-domina itong Pasig. And Valenzuela just not firing on all cylinders at the moment. Ang problema pa dito is that they were turning the ball over. Good thing, no second quarter, medyo na-arrest nila yan, Habi, kaya nakahabol sila kahit papano.
Yeah, in the second quarter, they were able to tie Pasig City 15 apiece. But, you know, what's glaring here is the three-point shooting of Valenzuela. They had a flurry of threes in their last game. And here, unable to shoot from the outside. And again, yeah, you mentioned it. It's the turnovers that have really been a problem para sa kanila. Unang quarter pa lang, they already had almost 6 turnovers in that first quarter. They were able to limit that to 3 in the second period, but still that has been the thing that's been haunting them in this game. And the teamwork that Pasig City has exemplified in this game has really propelled them to this win, to this advantage at the half.
Jess Quilata, the unlikely leading scorer there para dito sa tropang Pasig. Valenzuela naman led by John Formento with 10 points. And JJ Hesalem, who's been counted upon for some outside shooting, has yet to find the mark. Keith Pido and John Formento reacquainting themselves, the two Ilonggo guards going at it.
Nice to see here in the first defensive possession for Valenzuela that Gerald Labanza really trying to put on the pressure and denying those passing lanes in the first try of Pasig City in the half court.
They go under Manalang. He misfires, but a loose ball foul, I believe.
And that's why you can see here Salem and Alabanza talking that I think it was a miscommunication on that coverage on Philip Manalang. You cannot go under against Philip Manalang.
Montuano, quick release, no good. The foul on Keith Pido. 34-24.
Well, this is an unlikely starting unit here to start the second half para kay Coach Aldrin Morante. Without Warlo Batak and Rocky Asidre. Well, let's see how this unit fares to start the second half para sa tropang Pasig.
Nabitawan ni John Formento. Pido on the run. Montuano able to attack. A foul. It will be against J.R. Alabanza.
I think they would love to get Mark Montuano going in this game and try to get the opposing bigs of Valenzuela into some kind of foul trouble to somehow shorten that rotation in the front line. Alam naman natin kung gaano kalalim sa front court itong Valenzuela City.
A decent free throw shooter itong si Mark Montuano. 79%. 12 points and 5 rebounds. And just about the numbers that you expect from Mark Montuano. But I believe he's good for a couple more rebounds, Javi.
Oh yeah, for sure. But the reason why he hasn't been getting as much rebounds as we've been used to seeing him in the past seasons is because guys like Warlo Batak have really been contributing on the glass para sa Pasig City.
Salem goes to Alabanza, top of the key. Ongteco will fire. Too strong. Rebound. Nakuha ni Keith Pido. Takpo si Chito Jaime. What a pass. Ganda ng pasa. Keith Pido to Chito Jaime. Ang ganda ng timing. Alam nilang hahabol sa agaw eh.
And that's the reason why Keith Pido is on the floor. That's his court smarts have really impressed Coach Aldrin Morante. That's the reason why he started most of the games this season para sa Pasig City.
Pasig City trying to go on a run again here. 38-24. Manalang could not convert. Everything but the bucket there. Monje draws the foul on Chito Jaime.
Now I believe, Kobe Monje has a bright future in this league.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig. Free installation for split-type air conditioners. You know what I like about that pass from Keith? Kasi pagtigil niya, tumigil siya para may power yung pasa. Kasi if he was doing it on the run, I don't think that Chito Jaime would have gotten that pass.
Yeah, that's a great observation. And, Keith Pido, that's always been his calling card. The ability to see the floor and to figure out what the perfect pass is to his teammates kung saan ititira na lang nila.
Tama. 38-25 is the count. Manalang to Montuano. Robbie. Step back, the jumper, short again. As Salem was trying to get on the end of that pass. Sayang kasi turnover na naman. Fortunately for the Magic, they will get the ball back.
No, Valenzuela's just lucky that Pasig City has been missing their shots past couple of possessions, particularly Robbie Manalang, those couple of step-back jumpers.
So 7 steals for Pasig. Only 1 for Valenzuela. Monje. They're challenged by Tamayo, but a foul on Lester.
Another guy who can really put off some load off the shoulders of Jan Formento in terms of scoring the basketball is this guy, Kobe Monje. If he wants to assert his will here against this Pasig City team, he can definitely do so.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Maraming salamat sa LGR as Monje sinks the first free throw. 38-26 is the count.
Kobe here in the MPBL has really been transitioning to becoming that tweener in the wing position. He can play the 3 or the 4 spot. If they want to play big, Val City, which we've seen a lot this season, he can even slide down to the 2 spot.
Oo. His versatility, yan yung mga kailangan dito sa liga natin. May role lagi yan. SLM whistled for the personal. They are trying to defend the post. Montuano.
Especially in a long season that we have, Sidel, you'd love guys who can play multiple positions.
Manalang, 10 seconds to work with. Robbie. SLM stays in front. Keith. The crossover. Keith Pido. Beautiful move, pero good help. Galing kay JR Alabanza. Formento. Monje fires the 3. Yes!
That 3-point shot of Kobe Monje has dramatically improved as the games have gone by here in this season.
Montuano to Chito Jaime. He'll fire. That's short. Tamayo. Offensive rebound. A bucket plus the foul.
A lot of serviceable bigs on this roster of Pasig City, really working their butt off against the flurry of big men that Val City has. You know, they may be smaller, Sidel, pero talagang nagugulangan rin nila itong mga bigs ng Valenzuela.
What I'm not happy about is the effort there. No, parang it's always the tropang Pasig who are first to every loose ball. Pag offensive rebound, nandun na sa harap minsan, hindi pa nakukuha ng Magic.
Pasig City's had 10 offensive rebounds in this game. Valenzuela only 1 offensive rebound, and that's with Kyle Nepes, Chera Ongteco, and Chera Alabanza. This is such a tall lineup. You expect them to dominate the glass. We talked about it during the pregame discussion that if Valenzuela gets to dominate the glass, then that already puts them more than halfway into winning the battle.
Mr. Tamayo is whistled for the personal on the shot by Castillo, pero quietly, si Tamayo, maganda na yung numero, 7 points and 6 rebounds. Ito sa unang free throw ni Castillo.
He's really just a workhorse. Tapos coming off the bench, meron ka namang Jacob Galicia.
0 for 2. 41-30. Montuano, the handoff. Manalang against Castillo. Robbie, they go down low to Alfonso against Montuano. He had to give up the foul.
Nothing really much he could have done there. Ito si Justin Alfonso. Good recognition from Robbie Manalang to get it down low to Mark Montuano.
Palitan ng tao ulit. Alfonso goes back to the bench. Montuano at the line, 41-30.
And nice to see Mark Montuano getting back those same type of numbers that he's had when he was with the Bacoor City Strikers pre-Marquee era.
Oo. Free throw of the game brought to you by Extreme Appliances sa subok at kompleto appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Ano to? Gabanal. Mikey Reyes!
Yes!
Ang tropa mo.
Was Mike Mabulak also part of that roster?
Yes, but in the following season, Season 3, they lost to Basilan in the semis. May maganda yung lineup na yun. Lakas yun. Ganda ng galaw na yun, ah. Valenzuela pulls to within 10. Both teams already over the limit. Rivera drives, left-handed scoop is good.
And one guy who can really benefit from the entry of Josan Nimes into this Pasig City roster is that guy, Christian Rivera. a big guard as well. And that's something that Josan Nimes is.
Napes. The cut from Monhe, yes.
That's incredible execution right there in the half court. Off the curl, Monhe.
Montuano gives it up to Warlo Batak. Warlo looking for a way through, travel. I thought that was good.
Same.
This assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Galicia was a tad bit too late there in trying to rotate for the help, which left Monhe wide open. Nice pass thrown there by Kyle Napes.
Castillo to Formento. Napes comes out. The spin.
Oh,
The jump stop, no good. Castillo puts it back in. Kenneth Castillo, solid minutes here para sa kanya. And Valenzuela only down by 8.
unlikely that it's the other guys coming off the bench that have really put in the work on the glass here para sa Valenzuela, but they give up another basket on the other side.
Unable to get a stop on the other side, and that's going to be a problem if you just trade baskets. Oh, diretso sa kalaban ang pasa na yon. Warlo Batak shrugging off the D. Batak gets it to Rivera. Now Galicia trying to set up the spin move. Instead, it's a fadeaway, a miss. Inside, Montuano. That won't go.
That's one white shirt against 3 or 4 red shirts in the shaded area who still got the offensive rebound.
Rivera. Oh, tough runner.
He had to put it up. Shot clock was winding down. Fantastic shot. And they even want to foul.
Well, it looked like he was fouled here.
Yeah, a lot of contact there downstairs.
Rivera, though, extends the lead to 12. Under 3 minutes remaining here in the third period. That's a Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness. We are happy to be back here at the Brenzi Giao Convention Center. We were here, how many times last year? 16 times?
Around that number for
16
sure.
times. Wow, ang haba, dami nun, daming games nun. And meanwhile, let's go to Sydney.
So Dolph, Javi, napag-usapan nyo nga na na-dominate ng Pasig yung first half. Sabi ni Coach Aldrin na maganda yung mga takbo nila para maiwasan yung big men ng Val City. No? Maganda yung body language sa simula. Pero may reminder din siya na hindi pwedeng bumaba yung intensity dahil nakalamang lang ng konti. Kwento ni Jess Kilata na kaya nilang magpakita ng ganun kagandang connection on the floor dahil sa tagal na nilang magkakasama ni na Asidre, Galicia, Chito Jaime at syempre si Coach Aldrin mula pa nung Bacoor. And to your point, si Dolph, that Pasig is having fun in this game. That's true dahil for example, para kay Jess, he's been doing this for many years. Pero ngayon na nagbibinata na daw ang kanyang only son na si Johan, siya naman ang next sa basketball. He hopes to be a good inspiration to him in this sport. Si Dolph, Javi.
Thank you so much, Sid. And there we find out the why of Jess Kilatan, because we were wondering because he's gotten deep into coaching, Javi, and now na naglalaro siya ulit, there must be something going on.
Yeah, that's been the why of a lot of our players. Recently, you have Gabby Espinas wanting to be an inspiration to his son. Robbie Celis, the same.
Ronnie Matias, the
Ronnie
same.
Matias. Michael Mabulak.
Oh. So, the next generation is coming.
But the dads are still wanting to prove themselves to their sons.
The dads are still here, though.
Yes.
39 to 48. It's an offensive foul on Castillo, I believe.
Valenzuela can't seem to get closer than this margin. It's been naglalaro siya between 10, 9, 8 points.
Gumalaw ito si Castillo there on the pick. Galicia. Rocky. Short. Napes secures the rebound. Justin Alfonso. Bigay kay Kyle Napes. Salem on the handoff. Balik kay Alfonso. Now Kenneth Castillo. Kim Lo wants to post up Asidre. Lo spins to the baseline. Strip. Napes will fire the jumper. He gets the roll. Kyle Napes.
That's his first field goal this afternoon. Ito si Kyle Napes.
But this is the closest Valenzuela has gone here.
In a while.
The lead is down to 7. Warlo fires. Yes, sir.
But that's been the story. Every time that Valenzuela has threatened to come close, Pasig City has always responded with a big bucket to restore order to their side.
51 to 41. Lead is back up to 10. Castillo to Salem. Salem with 7 seconds to work with. Tumira ng 3. Rebound nakuha ni Jacob Galicia. Batak on attack mode. Warlo is fouled on the way to the cup. Two free throws coming up. Kyle Napes whistled for the personal. And check out this 3-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Torno Batak knocking down the 3.
Yeah, showing us the stroke from the outside as well. But, you know, I'd love to see also this guy in the dunk contest this year.
Ay, sumali yan last year.
Oh, sumali yan last year. But, you know, for him to go up against Asan Andrews.
Oo.
Sino pa ba yung sinabi ko kahapon?
Sean Andrews, may isa pa eh.
Oh, may isa pa ako sinabi eh.
Pero may dadagdag ko sa listahan. Christian Pagaran.
Ayun.
Pwede.
Pwede yan.
10 seconds remaining. Alfonso binabatay ni Batak. Natapik ang bola. Recovered by Castillo. Alfonso for 3. No. Lo and Galicia battling for that loose ball, but time will run out sa ating third quarter. And Pasig just nicking this one by a point in the third quarter to make it an 11-point lead. The highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
Yeah, definitely improved execution offensively para sa Valenzuela here in the third quarter, but their defense hasn't been holding up. They've allowed Pasig City still to hit their shots, and the Tropang Pasig have responded, and they've been able to keep this lead heading into the final frame. They're up by 11, 52 to 41.
Fan of the game brought to you by LGR. Boss Buddy, Encarnado of the Tropang Pasig.
I'm sure very happy with the way that his team has been performing this afternoon, as of late as well.
Sabi niya.
Tsaka iba yung,
Mukhang may bonus na naman itong mga bata.
iba yung ngiti niya ngayon eh.
Oo.
Tsaka iba rin talaga yung body language ng Pasig City recently.
Yes, I have to agree.
They're really exuding that fighting spirit, playing with a lot of pride.
52-41, 19-9 ang first period. Second quarter, 15 all, 18-17. So no team has scored over 20 in this game.
Yeah, it's been a low-scoring affair between these two squads. And you begin to wonder if you're Valenzuela, had it not been for that atrocious first quarter, this game would have been very close.
Sorry hindi kami sanay. Kahapon kasi when we covered Sarangani, it was 66 only at the half.
Yes, sir. And it was also an incredible finish to that game between Pasay and Bataan.
Pasay Bataan was already 49-47 at the break. Manalang up against Alabanza, wants to dance with JR. Buti na lang, maganda yung footwork ni JR Alabanza. Chumatcha din siya.
Yeah, Gerald Banza still really moving well laterally. He still is able to defend those smaller guards, keep in step with them with those switches.
John Formento fakes the pass, bigay kay Hesalem, short on the 3. Jaime will rebound, and as a team, Valenzuela only shooting 2 of 14 from beyond the arc. Manalang, bigay kay Chito Jaime, puts the ball on the deck, bigay kay Batak, drive ni Warlo, denied by Alabanza. Here comes Hesalem. Transition para sa mga nakapula. They slow things down. Formento the ball fake. Formento the feed to Onteco is fouled by Jaime.
Yeah, poor rotation defensively, but still, I'd like to applaud that foul by Chito Jaime. At least he prevented an easy 2 points para kay J. Onteco, making him earn it at the line.
That's Batak here, met up top by JR Alabanza. 3-point shooting has not been there para dito sa Valenzuela. You expect Formento to take a few shots, get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer, Javi. John Formento has not attempted from beyond the arc.
In their last game, they had 11 threes as a team. Itong Valenzuela City.
Salem is 1 of 7. Manalang to Jaime. Montuano getting in position. Jaime finds Montuano. He'll fire. Monje secures the rebound. Ready pa to mahaba pa to.
Oh yeah, Valenzuela is definitely still in this.
Formento, yes!
You were saying?
Kaya nga sinabi ko wala pa siyang inattempt kasi kailangan niya ng tumira.
I think he heard you. You know, sometimes I'm under the belief that these guys have an in-ear, that they're listening to us.
Manalang, the pass to Asidre. Bucket para kay Rocky.
The newly christened Acid Rain by Richard Tampos.
Again, Richard Tampos giving out nicknames like it was nothing. Oh, poor pass. That's off Monje.
Pero in fairness naman yung Peter Pan kahapon ni Joey Barcuma, may backstory pala yun.
Oo. Ito yung 3-pointer ni Formento. That's Asidre flyby. Bawi naman si Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky's really been showing some nice shooting as of late, and I'm very happy for him as well. You know, a guy who hasn't seen a lot of action in past years. But I'm still very high on his ability to play on the floor.
Onteco finishes the fast break. 8 points para kay JR. And that's 5 assists para dito kay John Formento. 7-point lead for Tropang Pasig.
But this is the closest that Valenzuela has come within against Pasig City recently. Hindi nila maibaba ng 7.
And balik ulit sa shop. Chito Jaime keeping the Magic at bay with that nice little hook inside the paint. Salem, 1 of 7 from beyond the arc. Onteco with 7 points in the game. Formento.
Oh, nice pass.
Ganda. Everyone thought he was taking a shot already.
He really gets everybody with that shot fake of his. Ang bagal nung fake niya eh. but almost everybody bites on it. And that's the thing with him. You don't know if he's going to take the shot or not. He can take the shot. He can pass the basketball. He can do so many things with the rock. And that's why it's so tough to stay in front of him. Yun lang.
Alabanza airballs that one. And timeout here. Para sa Pasig, they're up by 8, under 6 minutes remaining in this ball game against Valenzuela. We'll be right back. Valenzuela's next 3 games, Pasay ang mga kalaban nila next week sa ano yan, on June 10, June 17, Batangas, June 28. It's a travel to Ilagan, Isabela to take on the Cowboys of Coach Louis Gonzalez.
The road doesn't get easier for the Magic.
Ganda ng pasa, muntik pang maabutan. Asidre, not make it work there. He gets his own miss though. Warlow pulls up, push shot, won't go. He gets his own miss, wala pa rin. Rebound, nakuha ni Tamayo, reverse, no good. Batak inside, he's fouled. 2 free throws coming up para kay Warlow Batak.
That second jump of his is just so quick.
Alam mo, nanonood ko dito sa angulo natin, lumalagpas yung kamay niya sa ring.
Yung ulo, munti ka na umabot sa ring eh.
He can elevate Warlow Batak.
He's such an athlete. And he really fits so well into this roster because there are a lot of shooters that surround him. And that's why the lanes open up when guys like Manalang, Asidre, Chito Jaime get to hit it from the outside. At kung hindi naman siya makakuha ng bola, siya naman ang magka-crash sa offensive glass. Here, 12 points and 6 rebounds, including 3 steals this afternoon para kay Warlow Batak.
Another all-around game.
Those kinds of numbers have typified his performance in these past few games.
58-49. Formento to Napes, wide open. In and out. Rebound Tamayo.
That's his favorite spot. That was halfway down para kay Kyle Napes.
Halfway through this final period, siyang pa rin ang lamang ng Pasig, and this lead was built in the first quarter of the game. Galicia lost it. Recovered by... It's kickball. I like the pace of this game, Abby.
So quick.
Ang bilis. It's so quick na nakalimutan mo na yung kwento mo kay JR Alabanza.
Oh yeah, you know, early in the season, right? We were assessing the teams, kung sino yung mga
analyst na rin si JR.
No. I'm just saying that I said about Valenzuela that JR Alabanza, obviously he is a defensive stalwart, but being with Binyan in the past couple of seasons ba? He wasn't really involved a lot in the offense, and that's why I said he might be kind of an offensive liability, but I was definitely proven wrong.
Actually, if you go back to a few years ago, I've seen how capable he is, lalo na nasa D-League siya.
You're right, and especially when he was in the ABL also.
Oo, ginagamit siya dun eh. Batak has to fire. Good box out by Napes.
I'm very pleased to see that he's getting his old form back dito sa Valenzuela.
Asidre. Oh!
Swatted it away like a volleyball.
Sabi ni Jay. You can't be here. You can't be
Not
here.
in my house.
You can't be here. Grabe pa yung buwelo ni Rocky eh.
Take that weak stuff out of here, Rocky.
And that's off. That's what made it more impressive. Tumama pa kay Rocky Asidre.
Forcing that. It's a block and a turnover. But Valenzuela is still down by 9 points. Again, they haven't come closer than 7 points in the second half.
Monhe. Ooh. Free throw line jumper is short. Rebound nakuha ni Asidre, who is fouled by Alabanza.
That could have been part of our top 10 plays. And Kobe Mone made that shot. Pity that Valenzuela was not able to convert on that possession.
Now, they've been stuck here sa score na to for a while now. Mababa ang scoring natin. 10 steals for Pasig. Only 1 for Valenzuela. Robbie, he'll fire, he'll miss. Rebound nakuha ni Kyle Napes. Esalem. They go to Kobe Monhe. John Formento. There's a double team on John. Napes is free for 3. 6-point game, Javi.
And he made sure to make that shot. Very important basket right there para sa Valenzuela. Another nice setup coming from John Formento on that hook pass.
That's a miss. The tap ends up with Asidre. Jaime now with Tamayo. Up against Alabanza. Tamayo testing the defense. Nakapayong lang si Alabanza, but a foul on JR Alabanza.
Visibly frustrated with what happened. Let's take a look at this. This was the setup. Formento got blitzed. And then on the lift right there, you see Kyle Napes receiving it, kissing to the air. 3 points para kay Kyle Napes off that assist by John Formento.
Well, so this was the foul, Javi. Tingnan natin dito. Yeah, a little bit of indiscipline there. Parang hindi mo na kailangan eh. Ibaba yung kamay mo dun.
He put down his arm, eh.
That
He caught a
really,
little bit of the arm. He got the ball, pero may contact kasi dun sa braso, eh.
it's 59 to 52. Tamayo 2 for 2 at the line. 2:22 remaining. Leicester is 1 point shy of a double-double. He's got 10 rebounds and 9 points. Out of bounds, side out para dito sa Valenzuela with 17 in their shot clock. Trailing by 8. Formento launches, he's fouled by Asidre. Smart play galing kay John Formento.
That's one of the things that he does best. Foul baiting. See here, Asidre fights through the screen. And as soon as Formento felt that Asidre was on his hip, went up for the shot, and he knew that Asidre was gonna hit him.
A chance to make it just a 5-point game here if he makes all 3. That's the first one to drop. John Formento.
Yeah, Formento is an incredible free throw shooter. 82.9% from the line this year.
14 points para kay John Formento. 15. Ganda kasi mechanics na tira nito, Javi.
You're right. That elbow really straight. The backspin is there. You could see the arc as well.
Saka yung bend din ng paa eh. Nakakatulong eh.
Correct.
16, 3, and 5 para kay John Formento. It's a 5-point game. Final 2 minutes between Tropang Pasig and the Val City Magic. Tropang Pasig with a 5-point lead. Montuano, 8 seconds to work with Tamayo. Bigay kay Rocky Asidre. Asidre, and that won't work. Tamayo with his 11th rebound. Asidre drives, gives it up. Chito Jaime. Montuano on the dive. Nepes is there. Tamayo with another offensive rebound. It's a whistle going against JR Alabanza.
He's really crashed the offensive glass. Ito si Lester Tamayo. Imagine going up against Alabanza, Nepes, and Monje.
Onteco has to come back. Alabanza fouls out of the game.
Alabanza's really frustrated. He's played a stellar game today on both ends of the basketball.
Oh, nearly a steal here. Manalang, that's off him. Backcourt violation. Good call. Galing kay referee Lester Arcega. Formento forcing the turnover. Manalang losing his footing there. Formento wants a pick. John Formento for 3. Off the mark. Rebound nakuha ni Jaime. 5-point lead. Valenzuela already over the limit. Pasig City with a foul to give. Rocky Asidre, may tangan ng bola up against Salem. Rocky, 8 seconds. Now Chito, 5 seconds. Jaime lost the ball. Tamayo to Manalang. The runner from Robbie! Robbie Manalang with another clutch basket. This time against Valenzuela, it's a 7-point lead for Pasig City with 48 seconds remaining. This is the Gixxer great move of the game, born for greatness, and that is just terrific. Galing kay Robbie Manalang.
From Adamson to the MPBL, Robbie Manalang has broken a lot of hearts with clutch baskets just like that. 62 to 55, 48.1 seconds remaining in this one.
Valenzuela needing an answer here. 48 seconds remaining, down by 7 after that shot clock beating shot galing kay Robbie Manalang. Shot clock reduced to 14 because they are inbounding sa kanilang court here. Monje shoots the 3. Yes, sir! It's down to 4 with 42.9 seconds left. That did not take a lot of time para sa Magic.
Big basket, and you're right. That's what they needed. A quick one. A 3-point shot at that. A handoff here to Formento, and then the setup to Kobe Monje.
Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. The big shot galing kay Kobe Monje for John Formento's 6th assist of the game. We'll be right back. Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes in the middle. On his right, Emer Oreta, our head of operations, and on his left is Rudy Distrito, our head of security. Boss Buddy Encarnado of Tropang Pasig in the building. His team is up by 4. Pero Val City getting some momentum dito sa ating fourth quarter. 62-58, 42.9 seconds remaining. They will inbound from the Valenzuela side so that they'll have 24 seconds to work with. Tamayo trying to bring the ball down. And, he was able to release to Asidre in time.
Yeah, Valenzuela doesn't need to foul.
Asidre. Jaime launches. That was halfway in. Crucial tap by Tamayo. And they have to give up a foul here.
Now they have to foul, yeah.
Asidre keeping it. And it ends up with Montuano. And that will do it. Just really poor management of the situation there from Valenzuela in that last few seconds of the game, because they could have stopped the clock. But hindi nangyari yun.
Exactly. They were able to get what they wanted. They forced the stop. They forced the miss. However, they couldn't complete it. They allowed Tamayo, who has generated a lot of offensive rebounds for Pasig City, especially here in the second half, which has prevented Valenzuela from really getting close. This is the closest that they've been. And yet, still, that is why Pasig City ended up with this victory. Just sheer effort and energy. They outworked Valenzuela tonight.
The problem was as well is the poor start, because dyan nagsimula itong advantage nitong Pasig City. Best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Tamayo finishes with 9 points and a handful of rebounds. Is actually on a double-double. Itong si Tamayo. I think 12, 13 boards para sa kanya.
Yeah, around that number.
And Pasig City with a victory over Valenzuela. Let's go to Sydney Crespo.
Thanks, Adel Javi. Mark, congratulations. Almost double-double performance para sa'yo. No? Chinaga mo talaga yung rebound sa larong to. Gaano ka-importante yung mga ganyang efforts para kay Coach Aldrin?
Sobrang halaga kasi yung mga offensive rebound mahalaga para magkaroon pa kami ng another ball possession. Tsaka yun yung gusto ni Boss Buddy, talagang sipagan ko lang daw sa rebound.
At nakita natin yan, umpisa pa lang, yung intensity nyo, nandun na, no? Offensively, na-dominate nyo rin yung first half. Pero dito sa huli, nung humahabol na yung Val City, anong huli nyong pinag-usapan?
One stop at a time lang kami kasi nakakahabol sila. Kailangan lang namin dumipensa nung huli. Ayun, nakuha naman namin yung panalo.
Mark, deserve mong bumati at magpasalamat ngayon.
Unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord sa panalo. Binabati ko yung pamilya ko sa Bulacan, yung girlfriend ko si Bea, nanay at tatay ko, yung mga kamag-anak ko dyan, yung mga sumusuporta sa amin sa Pasig, yung mga coaches namin, mga teammates ko, tsaka kay Boss Buddy sa walang sawang pagsuporta sa amin.
Alright, thank you so much and congratulations. Mark Lester Tamayo is our best player of the game, brought to us by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Sid. And congratulations, Lester Tamayo and Tropang Pasig, picking up win number 6 this season. And up next, ang laban ng dalawang rivals in the South Division, 2 former South Division champions, and the other one is a former national champion. That's coming right up. Batangas City against Zamboanga Sikat. We'll be right back for that one dito lang sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino.